Hey there. If you're watching this, it means you're probably about to start or maybe restart your EMDR journey. First things first, welcome. We are so glad you are here. Okay, now we know digging into your past can feel like a lot, but the good thing is you don't have to do it alone. So let's talk about EMDR and what this actually is. So it stands for Eye Movement Desensitization and Reprocessing. Yes, I know it is a mouthful, but at its core, it's a cool way to help your brain heal from the tough stuff. Things like trauma, abuse, or any memories that you consider overwhelming. EMDR also works with the way your mind naturally processes information, but sometimes our brains just need a little extra help that EMDR can provide. Another cool thing to note about EMDR is that it's not just for trauma. So I know we talk about it as this powerful tool for healing from big experiences, but it's also incredibly helpful for addressing things like anxiety, depression, even those moments in life that don't seem traumatic at first glance, but they still even impact those two. We call those adverse life experiences. So whether it's a difficult relationship, a setback at work, or even just a buildup of stress over time, EMDR can help untangle the effects these experiences might have on your brain and your body.
Let's talk about how your brain works when it comes to trauma. EMDR is based on something called the Adaptive Information Processing Model, or AIP for short. It sounds fancy, but it's really not that complicated. Picture your brain as a giant filing system, constantly filing away and sorting through your experiences. Most of the time, it does a great job organizing things and putting them in the right place. For example, if you burn your hand on the stove as a kid, your brain filed that memory under hot things are dangerous. This helps protect you in the future. But when something really upsetting or traumatic happens, your brain doesn't always process it like it normally would. Instead of filing it away neatly, the memory gets stuck, kind of like a crumpled piece of paper that doesn't make it into the folder. For example, someone who experienced physical abuse might hold on to that memory in a raw and unprocessed way. And because the memory isn't properly filed, all the emotions, beliefs, and even physical sensations tied to it, like I'm not important or good enough, or being stuck in sadness or anger, can stick around too.
So even if you don't realize it, those feelings can show up in your life in ways that you may never expect. Maybe you avoid certain situations, or you feel anxious in relationships, like you're waiting for the ball to drop, or you constantly question yourself. You just can't find peace. You might even feel physically tense in your body, like you can't relax no matter what. But here's the thing. The problem isn't the memory itself. It's that your brain hasn't been able to process it in a way that lets you move forward. So when something triggers that stuck memory, maybe it's a sound, it could be a smell, it could be a picture, it could be a statement, it could be someone's tone of voice, your brain reacts like the danger is still happening right now. And that's where EMDR comes in. And the goal of EMDR is to help your brain unstick that memory and process it so it doesn't take over your present life.
We use something called bilateral stimulation. Things like side-to-side eye movements, tapping, or sounds to help your brain create new pathways and reprocess that memory. This helps it to move to where it belongs, in the past and not in your present. Once the memory is reprocessed, it doesn't hit the same way anymore. You'll still remember the events, but it won't carry the same pain or control over your emotions or body. Instead, your brain connects that memory to healthier, more helpful thoughts and feelings, like calm, safety, and strength. That's how EMDR helps you break free from the residue trauma can leave behind.
Now that you understand how trauma impacts your brain and how EMDR works, let's talk about what you can expect in your EMDR journey. The process is broken into 8 phases, and each one plays an important role in helping you heal. The first phase is history taking. This is where we take the time to get to know you, your story, your challenges, and how your past experiences may be connected to what's happening now. This helps us to create a plan for your EMDR journey. Next is phase 2, preparation. In this phase, we'll make sure you're equipped with the tools to feel safe and grounded throughout the process. These could include relaxation exercises, breathing techniques, or creating a calm space in your mind. Think of this as packing your emotional toolkit so you're ready for the work ahead.
Okay, up next is phase 3, which is EMDR's assessment phase. Now, while we're in this phase, we'll be pinpointing what memory to work on and focusing on about 6 key things that help us move into the next phase. First, we want to know what the image or memory is that's bothering you the most. Once we're able to do that, we're looking for some negative beliefs attached to it. So, for example, I'm not safe or I'm not worthy of love and protection. Once we've identified our negative beliefs, now we're looking for some emotions that are also attached to those experiences. So when you hear I'm not safe, what emotions come up for you? Is that fear? Is that guilt or disgust? Is that shame? There's no right or wrong. Those are just emotions that will be specific to that particular experience and or belief. After we've done that, now we want to get into some reframing just a bit. So instead of our negative cognition of I'm not safe, what's the belief you'd rather hold on to? Something that's more positive, something that feels more true for you. Maybe that is, I can take care of myself. Or maybe that is, I am worthy of love and protection. Once we've done that reframe, now we're looking for a couple of more things. How intense is this memory and where do you feel it in your body? We really want to make sure that we're in tune with our body and being able to notice those sensations as they occur. Now, once we've done that, we can successfully move into phase 4, which is desensitization. Now, this is where the magic happens. Using bilateral stimulation like side-to-side eye movements, maybe following our fingers, a moving object on the screen, or maybe it's just some gentle tapping on either side of your body. This process will help your brain really truly be able to work through and process the memory. It is totally normal for emotions and or some physical sensations to come up during this phase. Do not worry or get scared when that happens. That just means that your brain is working to make sense of the memory and to be able to file it away properly.
Once the memory feels less intense, we'll move into phase 5, installation. This phase is about installing a positive belief, like planting a new seed in the place of the old one. For example, we might replace I'm powerless with I am capable and strong. Phase 6, body scan, focuses on your body. Trauma doesn't just live in your mind, it lives in your body too. During this phase, we'll check to see if there's any tension or discomfort left. If there is, we'll process it until it feels resolved.
At the end of every session, we move into phase 7, which is closure. EMDR can bring up some pretty big emotions, so here's where we make sure you feel calm and grounded and ready to step back into your day. Processing one memory can sometimes take a few sessions, and that's normal. So we use the tools that we developed in preparation to help you manage while you're away until you can come back again. But when the process is complete, when the processing of that memory is complete, it will feel more neutral. It won't carry the same emotional weight. And when you think about it, your body will feel more calm and relaxed. But remember, it's normal to not get through that in one session. It's okay for it to take a few. Healing is a process, and we take it step by step.
When you come back for your next session, we'll start with phase 8. This is the reevaluation phase. We'll check in to see how things are feeling, whether the memory worked on feels resolved, and the positive belief we installed still feels strong. If everything feels good, we'll move on to the next step in your healing journey. If not, we'll fine-tune things until you feel settled. Either way, you'll keep building on your progress.
So here's what we want you to know. EMDR is a journey. It's not a one-size-fits-all thing, and everybody's path looks different. Some people start to feel lighter pretty quickly, and for others, it takes more time. Both are okay.
The truth is, healing isn't always easy. Some parts might feel heavy or even messy, but that's just your brain doing the work it needs to do. It is all a part of the process, and it is nothing you have to face alone. We got you every step of the way.
Think of EMDR like crossing a bridge. You're starting on one side, carrying all this weight, pain, self-doubt, fear. But as you go, little by little, you'll start putting that weight down. And when you get to the other side, you'll feel lighter, freer, and more like you.
We hope this video gave you a good sense of what EMDR is all about and helped you feel a little more at ease about moving forward. If you still have questions, bring them to your session. We'll figure it out together and build a plan that works best for you.